So viewers, today I'll be considering how to perform some okay, now let's look at how to we're looking at division. So we're looking at division using, okay, we're looking at division and we'll be looking at using long division method. That is, let's look at division today, and there are things I'll be considering, some key aspects. The first one is we'll be looking at division of what? We'll be looking at division of 2 by 1 digits. The second one, we're looking at division of 3 by 1 digits. And the third one here, we'll be looking at division of 4 by 1 digit. Now, this is what we have. Now, when we talk about division, and we are going to make use of what we call long division method, we'll make use of what we call the long division method. Long division method. That's what we make use of today. Now, going right into it, now let's look at some example. Now, for example, you are asked to divide without using calculator, okay? You are asked to divide, let's say 35 by what? 2. Now, the easy steps to do this is to put it in this form. This is the big number goes inside. This is what we call the dividends, and this is the divisor, okay? Now, the one outside is the divisor, while the one inside is what? Dividend. Now, let me make the divisor. Let me give it a different color. Let's take it to be 2, okay? This is the divisor. Now, the first thing to do from here is to now look at it. You pick the first number here. Since, let's say, how many times will 2 go into 3? Now, inside 3, 1, 2, 3. How many times will I see 2? I will only see 2 one times, okay? Now, 2 goes into 3 only one times. Now, from here, I'm going to put it that 3 divided by 2 is only what? 1 times. I will not say, okay, now, from here, after getting this one, next is to do what? 1 times 2 will give me what? 2. And then I subtract from here. I now bring down, this is 5. Okay? 3 minus 2 gives me what? 1. So the next thing to do is to now pick 1 to do. 1 cannot divide by 2, so it is impossible. The only thing to do now is to extend it to 15, okay? 15 divided by 2 now is going to give us what? We will have 15. 15 divide 2. Now what do we have? If we have 2, 2, 2, let's see how many 2 is going to make 15 or almost 15 now. Now let's look at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Now this is 14 and this remainder 1 to give us what? 15. So this is 14 now. If I add another 2 to it, it's going to become what? 16. But then I don't need it to be more than 16, okay? So I don't need extra 2. What I need is something that will be exactly 15 or close to 15. Now this is just like I'm having plus 1 left, okay? So when I have plus 1 left, the only thing is to check how many 2 I have already. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 15 divides 2 divides into 15 how many times? 7 times. Then when I put down the 7 here, it is now 7. Now the next thing to do is what? 7 times 2 gives us what? 14 again. Now this is 14 here. We'll subtract it. Now once you're subtracting, let's do this. 1 cancel out 1. 5 minus 4 is what? 1. That is the one we're left with over here, okay? So now if you look at it very well, the answer to this is that what? We have the answer. Now this is where the answer is located, up here. Anytime you finish your solution, this is the answer up there. And the answer is 17 times what? Remainder what? 1. This one here, this is a remainder. Okay, this is a remainder. So the answer is 17 remainder 1. Now, having this 17 remainder 1, we can still put it out in fraction form. Now, in fraction form, this answer to this question now in fraction form is going to be what? 17 whole number. The remainder is 1 all over. What do I use to divide? 2. So this becomes the answer in what? Fraction. Okay, so we can have it like this as this of remainder, and we can have it in fraction. Now let's take another example here. Now the second example I have here, let's say we are given, let's say that divide 268 by 4. Now this is 268 by 4. And the first step I say we go is to what? Put in this, put your line, this is what division, this is a 268 while the divisor stayed outside. The divisor is what? 4. Now, once you have something like this, first thing to do is to check the first number in the dividends to see if you can divide. Now, if you say 2 divided by 4, now how many 4 can you find inside 2? It is impossible to find 4 inside 2. It's impossible. Now, you pick the 2, let's say you extend it. Now, you now ask yourself, this is 26. How many 4 am I going to get inside 26? Of course, 26 is more than 4, so we can get 4 inside 26. Now, let's check how many 4 we're going to get. Now, if we have 4, let's estimate 4 into 5 times is going to give us what? 20, right? It's almost. Let's try whether we can have another one. 4 times what? Not 6. 4 times is going to give us 24, right? Okay. Okay, now we have something that is close now. So this is almost 26. Remember what? 2 here. Okay, so this is almost 26. So now what we're going to pick is that 4 divides 4 into 26 is going to go what? 6 times. Okay, now we'll put down the 6 up here. 6 times. Now when I say 6 times this 4 down here is going to give us what? 24, right? When we have 24 here, we'll pull our line, we'll subtract. Now once you're subtracting, the next thing to do is what? This one over here, 8 subtracts nothing, gives us what? 8 down here. The next thing to do is now we have 6 minus 4 is going to give us 2. Meanwhile, something can cancel out here. 2 cancels what? 2. Wonderful. So this is what we have. Now from this point again, you look at it again. We have not finished dividing yet. At this 2, you pick the dividends. Now 2, the first number in the dividend is 2 now. 2 divided 4, that is how many 4 can you get inside 2? Of course it's impossible. Now let's pick the both of them, 28. If we now ask yourself, how many 4 am I going to get inside 28? Now let's go by estimation again, the way we did the first one. Let's estimate. Now let's estimate. Now let's have how many 4 we're going to get inside this. Now let's say we have let's say 4 times let's take 4 times 6, we're having 24, right? Now let's say 4 times what? 7. 4 times 7 is going to give us 28, exactly 28. Okay, so now since we have exactly 28, it's very easy now to replace it. So now let's say 4 into 28 is going to give us what? 7 times, right? So this was 7 times 4 now is going to give us what? 28. The next thing is to subtract, and once you subtract, we're ending with what? 0, because the both of them cancels out. 28 cancel what? 28. Okay, we're left to 0. So now that is our answer. The answer I said is always up here. Now when you divide 268 by 4, you end up with 67 as the answer, with what? No remainder. There is no remainder. So now this is what we have. Now for you to present your work, you can either say the answer is, now you can put it in this form. The answer is what? 67, remainder what? 0. So that is the answer now. Or you can easily say the answer is what? 67. Okay, the answer is just 67. Now how do I know my answer is correct? We have to check. Now to know whether your answer is correct, now see what to do. If you have a question like this, let's say this up here now, this is 67, this times, and this is 4, right? Now to know whether our answer is correct, we'll pick the answer. That is to check. Let's check. Now to check your work now, you have this to be, let's pick the up part of that. Let's have it to like this. This answer is 67 up here, right? 67, and this is 2, and there is no remainder. What to do next is just say 67 multiplied by what? 2, and see whether it will give you a work. Now once you have 67 multiplied by 2, then what do we got? 2 times 7 is going to give us 14. 4 carry 1. 7 times 2, what will it give us? 14, right? Okay, sorry, we are we're dividing by 4 earlier, so this we have this to be all over this 4 here, right? Multiplying. Now we'll have 4 times 7 up here is going to give us what? 28, right? This 8 carry 2. 4 times 6 here is going to give us 24. 6, 6, 12, 12, 24 plus 2, that is 26. So our answer here is what? 268, and our answer here over here is what? 268. So now from here we know that our work is what? Very, very what? Correct. Checked. So once we have gotten this, that our answer is really correct. Now let's try another question over here. Now let's try a question here again. Let's say now we're done with dividing 3 by 1 digit. Now let's go to 4 by 1. Now 4 by 1, assuming you are given the number like a figure, you are asked to divide 2076 by what? Let's say by 4. 2076 by 4. The first step is to put down your divisor line. You have a 2076, right? And then divide by what? 4. Now this is a divisor line. So this is by 4. Now once you have something like this, I said the first thing you do is to go to the dividends. 20 now, if you pick the first letter in the dividend, 2, divide 4. How many 4 will I get inside 2? Of course, it's impossible, right? So I have to extend it to 20. Of course, I'm going to get 4 inside 20. Now, how many 4 am I going to get? Now, by estimation, we have the 4 times 5 is going to give us what? 20. So I'm going to get 20. I'm going to get 4 inside 20 5 times. So let me put my 5 here. So having 5 up here now, the next is to do what? 5 times, that is 5 multiplied by 4 here is going to give me what? 20, right? Now I will now subtract. This is 6, this is 7, 0 minus 0, this is 0, cancel 0, this is ending up, or 20 minus 20 is going to give me what? 0. Okay, now once we have something of this nature, from here you look at it very well. Now if you look at it from this perspective, there's something I want to stress out here now. Now looking at this, the next thing is 0, 7, right? 0, 7, you can get 4 in 0, 7. So once you are able to, you can get 4 in 0, 7. Now had it been it is 0, 4, are you getting it now? Or let's say 0, 3. If it is 0, 3, we cannot get 7 inside, 4 inside 0, 3. So now we have to use 0 to divide and then cancel out, put back 0 up there. But since we have 0, 7, 4 can be found inside 0, 7. So we now say 7 divided by 4 is going to give us 1 times, right? We have 1. 1 times 4 is going to give us what? 4. Okay, now let's subtract. We bring down this 6. We bring down 6. 7 minus 4 is going to give us what? 3. So this is what we have, 36. Now from here we move on. The first thing we do from this step again is to what? Pick the dividend. The first one is 3. We cannot get 4 inside 3. So now we stretch it to 36. Now how many 4 are we going to get inside 36 now? How many 4 will be inside 36? Now let's go by estimation. If we say 4 times 8, what will we get? 8 plus 8, 16, 16 is 32, right? We have 32. Now what about 36? Let's say 4 times the 9. Now if we have 9 plus 9, 18, 18 is 36, right? So now we know that we are going to have 4 inside 36 9 times. Now if 4 is going into 36 9 times, so what we're going to have is put our 9 here. Now we'll now say 9 times 4 down here. 9 times this 4 is going to give us what? 36. Next is to subtract. Now when we subtract, we have that this cancel this, we're left with what? 0. And this becomes our final what? Answer. So when 276 divide 4, we're going to end up with this answer up here. I showed you the question for the answer. The answer is always here. That is what? 519. So let's check whether our answer is correct. To check, let's check down here. Now to check, what I say you do, we have a 519, the answer first. Then let's multiply it by the dividends, that is 4. Now when we have something like this, let's work it out. Now working this out, now this is what? 4 times 9, 9 is 18, 18, 36. We have 6 carry 3. We have 4 times 1, 4 plus 3, that is 7, right? We have 4 times 5 is what? 20. So we got our 276. So our answer is excellently what? Correct. So now, thank you for watching my video. This is Extreme Learning website. Do well to subscribe. Thank you.